today we are here at Xunantunich. We are going to know a little bit more about this place. We want to know the story about this because a lot of people used to come to this side, and normally when you come here you have to know story. We want a lot of people to know about this side. So today we are going to have a little bit story about this place. So we are going to meet a man and have explanation from this side. Do you have anything to say?
Yes, guys, please subscribe to our channel, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and so you can have more information and you can get the notification when the next video we upload the next video. So hope you enjoy this video, and we're gonna have some more information about Xunantunich and which year it was. I mean, the Maya civilization came to an end, so much more. So
Okay, please guys, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, AppsCan on YouTube, and just put on the bell. Any video you make, you are the first person you are going to see. So we see you, we meet you. Let's go have fun and let's go learn about Xunantunich. Alright, welcome to beautiful afternoon. We are here today at Xunantunich, and this is one of the Maya temples. So today we are coming here to check what really exactly is happening over here. So please, I'm here with Khan. As you can see, she's pretty today.
And this is our tour guide.
Hello.
He will explain us more about Xunantunich, and why people like to come here at Xunantunich. And also, when you hear Xunantunich, what does it comes to your mind? I mean, the meaning, or what's behind the name of Xunantunich?
Okay, your first question is like why people like to come here, because it's a unique site. If you see, it's one of the most popular sites, and the second highest in the country. So people come here to learn more about the Mayas. Okay, so that's why people used to come here to learn about the Mayas, and that's why most people hire a tour guide, to learn more about what happened here. It's like you come here and just watch a pile of blood, and you don't know what was going on. So the guide will explain more better what happened here, or what happened to the Mayas.
Okay, so what is the first thing we do when we come here?
What is the first thing?
When we come here.
When visitors come?
Yeah.
Okay, visitors, they want to learn about the ancient Mayans, the history. They want to learn what happened to the Mayas, okay? Because there is a lot of theories, information about the Mayas. So that's why people ask for tour guides, to learn more about the Mayas.
So how do we the tourists get here at Xunan, and what's the price they should pay, and how much the tour guide charge?
Okay, so when you reach at the ferry, we have a group of guides by the ferry that we charge more or less like 35 to 40 US for the tour. So the guide will take your time, not the guide time, okay? So you can spend like 3 hours, 4 hours up here. So the guide will explain everything about the sites, history about the Mayas. But before you cross, there is a handcraft ferry that if you bring a car, only passengers is allowed to be in the car. Sorry, driver. and the passengers, they need to get out from the car. So when you cross the ferry, all the passengers can get back into the car. Only for safety, it's a mile uphill. You reach to the parking lot, you buy your ticket. It's the office there that you need to buy your ticket. 5 US or 10 minutes per person, and then you walk to the site. But you need to be at the ferry before 5 because that will be the last crossing. Ferry right now goes every second. Okay.
So is it 5? Does it apply for the foreign people, like the charge?
Oh, they charge 5 US per person or 10 Belize per person. You need to be cash, not credit card. Okay.
Cash.
And then we walk to the site, and so you can climb most of the temples. Right now, it's not allowed to go to the top because of the COVID. Okay, so you can go like 3/4 of the structure.
So what year did the Mayas came here to Belize, and when their civilization came to an end? So.
Okay, so the Mayas used the site. They talk about BC and AD, means before and after Christ. So BC more like when the Maya start, like early, they divide that early, middle, and late. So early is when the Maya start, middle is when they bloom or flourish, when everything was so perfect, and then late is when the Maya they decline or abandon. Okay, but they believe that the Maya started to establish here around 600 BC. They believe that there were villagers living here. This was a big hill, so they believe that the Maya they leveled the hill. Manpower, there was no bulldozer. They collect all the material they can for their construction. So they build a wall and then start to build their houses from bedrock.
So which temple, which residence belong to the king?
Okay, they believe that El Castillo it was used for the king, for the high class. So that's why they call it El Castillo, means the castle. So the castle is the second highest for this caracol. It's 130 feet from plaza level, and it's very close to 900 feet from sea level. So El Castillo was built around 680 to 980. So 300 years the construction of El Castillo. Imagine. So in that time, only very important people was allowed to live there, not lower class, middle class, only high class were allowed to live right there.
Okay, and there's another question I want to know. How did they collect water?
Water. Okay, archaeologists they discover 5 quarries where the Maya used to cut the limestone to do the blocks, and after that they use it for reservoirs. So there is 5 reservoirs around. So if you see there is nice, there is 3 plaza, but there is a nice grass, level grass, but 3 feet under there is a nice plaster floor. But in one corner it's more lower for water to run to the reservoir. So the Maya they collect all the rainwater they can for their supplies.
So the Mayas were hunters, right?
Yes, the Maya they were hunters and farmers. They used to hunt for survive. So they need to hunt like armadillos, deer, peccary, different wild turkeys, you know.
Okay, that's something that intrigues me, like about the Mayas, is that they made human sacrifices, right?
Yeah, the Mayas they do sacrifice, but most sacrifice was conducted in the cave. They believe that the Mayas were sacrificed in the bulkhead. So the Mayas, remember the Mayas started to use the cave around 1000 BC, only the entrance, because it was a portal or entrance to the underworld. So they believe that only like shamans, priests, and some helpers they were allowed to enter. So the Mayas started to do sacrifice, human sacrifice around 750 AD. They start to sacrifice men adults, and then females adults, and then young kids around the 9 to the 1000 AD. They start to sacrifice babies. So the Mayas never sacrificed every day, not every year. Only when something was going wrong, so they start to sacrifice. So the Mayas do sacrifice because they're asking petition to the gods. Which god? The rain god. Why the rain? Because of drought. Okay.
And I also read something about when it was an eclipse. Something about an eclipse. They made sacrifices too,
Oh,
or
you're talking about eclipse or
yeah.
eclipse? Okay. We have three temples. They believe that it was used for the equinox and the solstice. Okay. So because the sun rises to the left side in June 21st, that is the summer solstice. So day is more longer than night. And then in the middle structure, that is the in the 21st of September, that is the equinox. Days and nights are equal. And then to the right is the winter solstice that happened in the 21st of December. So nights more longer than days. And then go back in the middle, March 21st, equinox again. So the Maya, they will know in which time of the year will be slash and burn, plant, harvest, ritual ceremony going on. So they start doing that because of climate change. So that was like the Maya calendar.
How did the Mayas build each temple? Let's see here on
Okay, the Mayas built their temples. The Mayas, if you know, in the classic period when everything was not perfect, so everything was plaster and paint. So everything that you see was paint in a redder color. But the Mayas, according to archaeologists, they believe that they need to clear like 30 acres of vegetation to burn a ton of limestone to do the lime. Lime is a powder, it's like cement. Imagine how much tons of limestone they need and how much acres of vegetation. In 2009, Dr. Jaimawe, he do a later survey and he discovered hundreds of terraces. So that means that the Mayas they clear out the vegetation. So what happened if you clear out the vegetation? If you now believe we are 70 to 80% limestone, we only have a top layer of black soil. And that's why you see most of the roots of the trees are above
Yeah.
surface because under is limestone. So what happens if you cut the trees? Heavy rain, they will wash out the topsoil. And if you want to plant crops in the limestone, will never survive. Okay? So they believe that around 780, the Maya they went overpopulation. According to archaeologists, they believe that only in the country of Belize there was over 1 million of Mayas. Compared to this, that was a lot. There were more houses before than today. And that's why the big drought. Because there was no trees, no rain, and no crops to grow. To feed over 1 million of Mayas, people started to get hunger, malnutrition. There was a social and a political economic collapse. There was warfare. Cities started to fight with different cities for different resources. Because the Mayas, they were very peaceful people, but they break that relationship. So the Mayas that survived, they started to abandon. Okay? So they moved with big groups like caravans. Okay? So they moved more to the coast. So they moved like north of Belize. Like if you go like Lamanai survived 15th century, but after that Europeans they start to arrive. But what they brought?
disease.
Disease. That's right. So hundreds of Mayas died. And not only that, they brought religion, Catholic, because they want all the Mayas to believe in one God, but the Mayas used to believe in 100 gods. So they killed hundreds of Mayas, they burned their houses, their books. So the Mayas that survived, they start to hide. Because there are still Mayas in Central America,
Yeah.
we have three groups here in Belize. We have the Yucatec, Mopan, and Quechua Mayas.
Go.
Hi guys, so far we have this little information about the Mayas. So far, so I'm gonna ask Mr. Nas. I mean, how the Mayas buried their people, and how each temple or structure was built.
Okay, so the Mayas, they built their temples, one on top of the other one. So they built one, they buried and built another one. So maybe the next one will be with a nice wall, curved arch made of stone. So they fill that with dirt and rocks and build another one on top. Go layer by layer like an onion. But if somebody died, they'll open that room and bury their family there. So from rooms became tombs. And that's why there's no Mayan cemetery, because the Maya used to bury their families in their home. Especially for high class. They call it tombs with a hundred of offerings. Middle class, they call it crypt, a few limestone and a capstone with a few offerings. So they believe that the lower class, they were buried outside anywhere. So most people believe that the Mayas, they were short persons. That is not true. I used to work with archaeologists more than 10 years. I used to find burials more than 180, 190 centimeters tall or 6 feet tall. So they believe that all good foods come to high class, more healthy people.
Okay. So yeah, because I don't see no tombs, I just see structures and the temples. So.
Yes, like Xunan is only like 40% is open to public, and the rest still covered with dirt. We call it mounds because still covered with dirt and trees. So when this was discovered in the 18th century, everything was covered, and in the 1938, archaeologists started to do some excavation and restoration here. So they believe that at the site there was like 7 to 10,000 people living here at the site in that time.
So who was the one that discovered this temple?
Okay, according to archaeologists, the site was discovered by a hunter from my village named Xunantunich. So he was a hunter. He said when he arrived where we entered, he saw a beautiful lady, long hair, long dress. The lady, she started to walk in front of the big one. There was a nice doorway. So they believe that she went into that doorway and she disappeared. So what happened to that guy? He got really frightened. He ran down to the village. In that time, the villagers with the priest, everybody was so close. Everybody came here with machete and fire to see that beautiful lady. They said when they arrived, they only saw the doorway. What the priest decided to do, he decided to put a cross because he believed that it was a bad spirit. So that's why the name Xunantunich came. Means stone lady or lady maiden of the rock. But the name Xunan was never given to the site in the 18th century because in that time there was a British governor. His name was Fred Maloney. So he decided to put his last name to the site, Mount Maloney. In the 1950, Xunantunich until today. But in 2002, when archaeologists were working in the big one, they discovered a carved monument. So that monument has some hieroglyphic writings. Archaeologists, they said that they discovered the original name of the site, that name Kaatswit. Kaatswit is a Yucatec language that means clay mountain. So that is the original name of the site.
Well, guys, we have come to an end. So if you wanna second part of this video of Xunantunich, so let us know and comment below, and please subscribe to our channel so you can get the notification bell for our next video. So thank you, and until the next video.